And there's a difference. I don't need it, but I
Need
need
it.
it.
We
When you
all
stretch out the E. It's a real one.
it's a critical point in all of our lives now in technology that we've come to rely on it. I've upgraded my home, I've upgraded my office. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's peace of mind knowing that I can now know when someone's in the office or the temperature can be changed. It's giving us that, I want to say, freedom and fearful situation of how much control electronics are consuming and making our lives every day.
Well, we just got a Google Mini in the house,
Oh.
which we're still sorting out and figuring out what it can actually do for us.
What it can
And
say,
there's
yeah.
some things that are really cool. What's the weather outside, and if
Right.
this restaurant or store open or whatever. Well, last night as a joke, it's in the kitchen. My wife is doing something, and I quietly said to it, "Hey, Google, play some gangsta rap," which is really my wife's all-time favorite. Which turned out to be a very poor choice.
Yeah.
Because it turns out that the song that it chose for me
Right.
just started with a volley of N-words and went downhill from there. And she's like, "What are you playing?" And it's like, "It's not me, it's Google Mini. It's him."
You can blame it. There's nothing like making Rice Krispie squares to the sound of NWA. I can tell you, it just mixes a lot smoother with the butter, and I totally get it. I know where you're coming from with that.
Let's go through some of these things though that are coming to the Consumer Electronics Show, because some of these are really cool and some of them are really stupid and unnecessary, but still cool.
Tisplay, yeah. This is a Samsung product they're going to be launching, and I thought this was cool because it reminded me in radio. Back in radio, we used to give out T-shirts. Remember Swag, or I think they still do, but Samsung's got a product. It's called Tisplay. Yes, TIS Play. It's a technology that's like an LED on your shirt. So what it does is it allows almost like a GIF, a little quick repeated animation. This will be able to be seen on a shirt. You'll be able to watch the Bill Kelly, Adam Oldfield on Tech Talk, kind of like thumbs up or whatever, and it just repeats. But this is going to be available on our clothing line. So you'll probably see a lot of radio stations use it for swag giveaways, or it could be just a promotional thing.
Put something in the stands.
Sports team, yeah. I mean, when you really think about it, it's kind of cool. It's like wearing a little TV screen over your shirt.
Uncomfortable, though?
No, because it's so thin. The thing is that it's not like you're wearing an LED television. It's actually so thin, micro layered. It kind of fits almost like a screen printer. Now, I don't know how much it is, and again, we're not talking cost. We're talking functionality.
$799
or more. I mean, a phone's almost $2,000, but it's pretty neat to see that you'll be able to walk around with a shirt with an ad on it, and it's from Samsung. They're going to be launching that one.
And nothing could possibly not in any way be used for ill purposes.
Nothing. No, absolutely.
Nothing could go wrong with a shirt that plays video.
that keep repeating. No.
We do remember, it was a few years ago that our friends down the road at the local TV station pressed the wrong button and had porn pop up at noon on the news.
But T-shirts, no.
Couldn't possibly go wrong on your T-shirt as you're sitting in church wearing this thing.
Not at all.
That would be an image. I'm actually not porn necessarily.
No. Exactly. At a football game, yes, exactly. I get it.
The Grin monitor. Now, this I don't even get. The Grin monitor stand.
It's a horrible name. And I think Samsung, when they came up with these names to announce them, I think they were really like they didn't get anybody intelligent, in my opinion, that really thought about like an ad agency.
People who were not English as a first language.
No.
Great ideas, brilliant people. Should have hired the marketing
horrible
department.
names. Yeah, things just don't translate from sometimes Asian or Korean, for that matter, into English. So the Grin monitor stand is another Samsung device, but this one actually I love. I think it's really, really advantageous for those that sit a lot, work on their computers a lot. Think of it as a posture management device. So as you set it up, you're comfortable.
Wear it.
No, you sit in it. Think of it as it's a chair. I mean, it's a chair. I know it's a terrible name for.
It sounds like it's like a body thing that John F. Kennedy would have worn.
When I first saw it, I thought Grin monitor stand kind of sounds to me like it's holding up a monitor, and that's where I was like, "What is this?"
You smile.
But it's a chair automated to kind of like when you get in your car and you got your settings, and it just feels right to how you drive. This actually will fit your posture, and when you slouch or bend or you lean forward, and we do this when we sit a lot and you're typing, you get just lazier, you start to get in. This will actually push on your back, and versus wearing a belt around your waist, it will modify the chair to say, hey, get back into shape. You need to sit up straight, put your shoulders back. So think of it as having your typing teacher behind you, constantly slapping your fingernails and going, hey, sit up. type properly. So it's an automated feature.
There's a cheaper way to do this. It's called a shot caller.
Well,
in Cheers,
that's
when
old
Cliff was
technology.
wearing the goggles, and every time he said something negative, Carla hit the button.
Just give you a little jolt and kind of go, yeah, straight it back up.
That would be a lot cheaper. Just buy a dog one. A light.
A light is a technology that I think a lot of people would need. I mean, we're in the studio now in CHML, and maybe when you're at home or you're in the living room, whatever, this new product from Samsung is going to adjust based on the needs. This is what's really cool. It will adjust based on what you're doing. Now, as you openly said, you got the Google Home, you said play music.
Always listening.
And it is. It's listening. It's constantly there to help you. This one will actually know when you need proper lighting. So Samsung has said, oh, look, you're watching TV. It's 7 o'clock at night. It will dim the lighting to appropriately give you the best visual experience. It will work when you're laying in bed. The smart device will actually monitor. You're laying in bed. It looks like you're holding a book in your hand. We're going to adjust the light to give you a better peripheral and a better lighting for your reading purposes.
How will it know that I'm holding? I mean, I get the TV thing and the nighttime thing, but how is it going to know that I'm holding a book in my hand?
It's got, well, kind of like facial recognition. It's a camera monitor that will monitor specifically what you're doing in the room, what the current action you're doing in the room is, and it will adjust the lighting to best.
Does it also play mood music and appropriately romantic tunes?
Well, that's probably something coming down, but you know what?
That's not a light.
It may adjust when you wear your t-shirt that's rotating or providing a different kind of look or feel to it. But yeah, a light is going to be, think of it as a visual representation in your moment, wherever that is, room, office, or otherwise, to say, you need more light, we'll turn it up, or you need less light. Let me dim it down a little bit.
I can see this being like in the movies now, where you get romantic in your room and the disco ball lowers from the ceiling and the lights go down and it starts to flash.
Little Stairway to Heaven kicks in. I mean, yeah.
This whole thing. By the way, did you ever dance to Stairway to Heaven in school at a school dance?
You had to. I think it was like
Except how could you? Because it starts slow.
Yes.
And you're all good with the slow dancing, and then it goes fast. You're like, well, now what do I do?
Yeah. Now we gotta go in circles faster. It's kind of like, all right, spin opposite direction. Go.
Totally off topic. Prismet.
Prismet is a fake news. Big thing in Facebook this year was fake news. We heard about it. We talked about Cambridge Analytica using information, the Russians using a lot of steering of political management. Prismet is a feature that Samsung is launching that is going to give you history to substantiate the news. So as an example, let's say you posted a blog about a reference of Tech Talk or something to do with an article today. We spoke about an item about Samsung with the CES show. What will happen is it will relate that article with future articles online, how it relates. So if there's an article from CNN or on 900 CHML Global Radio and they're posting something about Doug Ford and his comments about maybe rulings of minimum wage. I'm just using these quick. And then all of a sudden there's an article out there that says minimum wage is going up to $18 an hour and the PC party's agreeing to this. This will actually substantiate.
So this makes magic too?
It doesn't make magic. Think of it as the internet connecting. Hey, boy, I opened a can of worms there, didn't we? Tech Talk to Political Show. Welcome. So it will relate them so you can say, where did this come from? How is this? I mean, and we do ask the questions.
So it allows you basically to fact check what you're reading.
It will,
theoretically.
Yes, it will take people that are going online to the website The Onion and basically identify that what you're reading is not real.
See, the challenge with this, it seems to me to be pretty obvious and pretty clear, and that is if enough people have written stories that may be based on false information, it's going to show those as being real information.
Well, think of it as a trail, though. It's a trail that will start from every story being listed. So if we're going to make any comment about the PC party, about, Vic Fideli, whatever, anything that's being mentioned about our government body at the moment, it will use information in this technology to link it automatically. So referring to anything to start with. So there's a part where you're going to need to fact check this with this technology. What Samsung's trying to do is to say, if anyone's posting comments about politics, economy, people, celebrities, this will help bring a little bit of credibility to it.
Do you think that'll work? And the reason I ask that is because I do think, and I'm not wanting to be insulting, but I think most of us, I'll even throw myself into this.
Yeah.
If we're really fascinated by something, we will dig around and look. But if we're just, if it's a cursory thing, we're not going to spend that time. If you read a story and it says what you want it to say, which is often the case, I'm not going to go and find out if that's true or not. I love that story. It tells me exactly what I want to hear.
But it will give you the option right away with the technology they're coming up with
you want
to fact check it without searching. And as you made a comment, you would maybe go, is this real? Let me search and find if there's anything else. This will actually put related articles with it to give it a little more substantiation.
One more from this show, and I don't even know how this qualifies, honestly, as a tech thing or as an electronics thing, but perfume blending. I've done perfume blending by accident when I was a kid with my mom's perfumes.
But I want you to factor in a few things. I want you to factor a few things in this whole product that we're referring to right now. Number one is the perfume blending allows you to take a photo of a perfume, maybe a cologne or otherwise that you like, and you can now match it with another one. What that's going to do now is mix the chemicals inside and be able to give you a ability to create a scent that you may like, maybe like a musk with a little bit of a soft, sweet scent. If you take these two colognes, a Calvin Klein Eternity and a Calvin Klein Obsession, you'll be able to take a photo of both, link it within the actual app itself, and it will combine them with the product that you'll be able to pour the two into it and mix it and give you a sense of whether it's going to smell to the degree you're looking for.
Is there a way, or there'll be no way, until they come up with smell-o-rama